willkommen zurück zu Ende of Cold Steel 4. Wir haben ja beim letzten Mal uns Licht zurückgeholt. Und zumindest im Teil, wir haben uns Elise und Theo zurückgeholt. Sagen wir es mal eher so. Hatten eigentlich doch einen ganz schönen eine schöne Competition mit dem Main Campus, die uns so ein bisschen getestet und geprüft haben, weil sie so gemerkt haben, yes. Warte doch mal, scheiße, Cedric baut so ein bisschen Scheiße und wir rennen ihm halt einfach so ein bisschen hinterher und eigentlich wollen wir den ganzen Branch Campus Leuten nicht so viel antun. Eigentlich sind die Leute auch relativ cool. Warum machen wir den ganzen Spaß? Und haben die Chance genommen, wo Cedric mit Shirley weg war, zu liegen, dass halt Elise und Theo da sind. Und haben uns sozusagen eine kleine Prüfung vorbereitet, so nach dem Motto, um einfach ihren Willen gegen uns zu testen. Natürlich haben wir sie komplett weggefaked. Und hatten dann eigentlich so ziemlich ein freundliches Ende. Denn der Main Campus war happy damit. Hat uns geholfen, unseren ganzen Stuff danach zu machen. Dass wir auch dann auch entkommen und alles. Und helfen uns jetzt zum Teil halt auch so mit den anderen Branch Campus Leuten und und Major Michael. Und sind gerade unten mit dem Dörfling unterwegs und sind halt on the ground unterwegs und helfen uns. Was ist das? Ansonsten, wir haben schon ein bisschen Bonding-Events und sowas gemacht. Und da würden wir jetzt weitermachen. Ah, und natürlich, wir haben eine Einladung von Aurelia Mildy bekommen für eine, ja, für ein großes Meeting. Wo ich auch richtig Bock drauf habe. Let's see here. Economy, Foreign Affairs, Economy, Foreign. Studying at Juno. Been headed for a while now. It's hardly been a day since infiltration. Take some time to rest. I know, but I've got to ride as high while I still can. The bench campus comeback starts with us. Can't just let Ada and Fritz leave me in the dust. If anything, you should be the one taking it easy, instructor. At least until we get to the Pentacle. Forward thinking is usually a good thing, but Juna's liable to run herself into the ground if she keeps this up without a break. How about we hang out for a bit, Juna? I'm thinking about going down to the surface around Misanta. Well, that was sudden. Why Misanta? It's the occasion. I was just thinking of gathering some intel on the effects of us liberating Elise. If I didn't bring a huge group, I think it would be better to just have you along to represent a team. To us, it will be plenty, I'm sure. Objections here? Sounds like a nice change of pace from studying all the time. What are you waiting for? Let's head out. Ich glaube, das Bonding-Event habe ich noch nicht gesehen. Ich bin gerade auch am Überlegen, ob sie auf die zu anstoßen oder nicht. In June went down to Misanda to conduct some light information gathering. They confirmed that despite a few rumors circulating about Lee's directions, they were still mostly under the radar. After finishing up, Rean suggests they take a look around Lake Gala. A few lookers were kind enough to lend them an orbital boat. Natürlich suchen sie sich so einen richtig typischen Datespot aus, oder? Also, ich würde mir das vorstellen als einer der Top-Datespots in Erebonia. Wow, this waterfall is beautiful. From afar, it was pretty, but it's even better up close. There's such a peaceful atmosphere here, it's almost unreal. Yeah, you can see why people count it among the natural wonders of the Empire. Die Kategorisierung kann ich mir gut vorstellen. I doubt you have any waterfalls quite like this one in Crossbow. Maybe not, but like it's way bigger than this place. They both have their charms, if you ask me. I'd have to agree. Thanks, instructor. You brought me all the way out here to help me get my mind off the other stuff, didn't you? I reached the fort. We're just here to gather intel. This is no vacation. Once we're done here, we still need to check out Granville and Leeds. So maybe we can scope out the waterfall along the way. You know, in the interest of efficiency. I'm not gonna say no to that. Typical Inspector Rean. But I guess that's one of the things I... Wait, hold on, Shuna. Hold on. That just... Why would you? I mean, I've had admirers of all kinds before. And there are people I have admired, but Lloyd in the SS never made me feel the way I do when I'm a Rean. Maybe in No, what am I thinking? He's a teacher, I'm a student. We're not going there, Juna. Snap out of it. Still, I wonder if there's anyone he likes. Good thing I did. Is he even single? At the moment it's complicated. Kann man sagen. He's going out with anyone. It would have to be someone from the old class 7, or maybe this could be my best chance to find out. Say, Juna? Yes, hi, present. Yeah, well, what is it? I was just wondering if you wanted to take the wheel for a while. It seems more like your kind of thing than mine. Ah, yes, steering, right. Instructor, there's something I wanted to ask you. Sure. What are you? Hello there. Huh? That's... I'm gonna try to lose it. Right. Das müsste Gali sein. Sah nur sehr kryptifiziert aus. Looks like it hasn't followed us. You didn't think that was a... Here, probably a cryptid of some kind. It would be unwise to let something like that roam free. Oh, what's so funny? Sorry, it's nothing. I don't know why I try to deny how I feel about him.
この先どうなるかわからない。ならちゃんと向き合わなくちゃね。クロスベルトは別に私の初めての大切な気持ちに。
Wie ich schon meinte, wir werden noch sehr viel davon bekommen, von den ganzen Bonding-Events. The intruder returned to the Merkaba and told their allies about the cryptid. So. Dann haben wir hier noch Millium. Oh, is that a kimono you wore for tea ceremony? Yeah, I received it from Ada when we parted, along with the rest of our equipment. Just one look at it is enough to bring me right back to our club days. I've been trying to find an excuse to wear it just one more time before we head back to the Pinnacle. Maybe we can have her out here. Let me see, what to say, we have a little open air tea ceremony somewhere. Open air? Isn't outside, you mean? Oh, I shouldn't. It's tempting, to be sure, but it would be so much to prepare. Ada gave you back all of your utensils, didn't she? That takes care of most of it. I can probably have out of it too. Master Kava did impart some of his finest tea ceremony wisdom to me after all. It could also make for a nice breather of sorts before we head for the pentacle. What do you think? Well, you've convinced me. It sounds like a wonderful idea. I'll take you up on your kind offer in that case. Yeah, my thanks, instructor. On Juna and Elise's advice, they decided to take a break together on the outskirts. While not fully letting down the guards, everyone enjoyed some tea and light snacks in the outdoor air. It's a little more bitter than I'm used to. But the snacks are delish. They've got such a refined, subtle sweetness to them. I agree. They provide a perfect offset to the bitterness of the tea. According to tradition, eat the sweets first so you can fully appreciate the tea's flavor. Guess you girls aren't mature enough for that yet. Ich bin auch nicht so ein Fan von Bitter, also ich bin auf Junas Seite. Aber ja. Obwohl ich dann ab und zu mal dort dann, vor allem dann noch diese vom Tee, auch wenn er mal bitter ist, und gerne mal trinke. Aber so Sachen wie Kaffee bitte. Like you want to talk? You're shoveling them in like you haven't eaten in days. That's pretty fun. I've never been to an Eastern style tea party like this before. I must say, your skills really impress me, you see. Have you done this before? I certainly have. I was transferring to the branch campus to join the tea ceremony club. You still got plenty of more tea and cake, so help yourselves 2 seconds. Everyone enjoyed the refreshments and a chance to relax. Eventually the time came to pack everything up and return to the ship. Well, that was fun. You took a lot of everyone, don't you think? It's too bad we couldn't get Maya and the others to join us now. Well, that's true, but we couldn't exactly call them away from moving the dirt flinger to a safe zone. Aside from that, I'm delighted I was able to wear my kimono again. Thank you for agreeing to this, instructor. You're welcome, but should I take this to mean you have no more lingering regrets? This might be the last time you get to wear such an important keepsake, after all. So I was right on the mark. I had a feeling someone had left that kimono to you, judging by that reaction. It looks like I was right. Yes, I'll give you that. Was that why you went along with the outdoor tea ceremony? Well, I really did want to give you all the chance to let off some steam. But more than that, yeah, I thought it would be a good opportunity to ask you why you've been hiding this from me. Reached forward and took something out of Mrs. bag. What are you? This is a custom-made orbital pistol you showed me before. But when you let me handle it, I noticed something that didn't seem right. It's loaded. A bullet of this caliber would be next to useless in a real battle. Looking at it, I'd say it would only be effective within a range of 30 reg or so. Very suited for assassination either. There's only one reason I can think of that you keep this on you at all times. Are you expecting me to say I'm saving it for me? To be honest, I don't think you're the type to take the easy way out. I told you this before, and I'll say it again. You're only human. It's only natural you'd be worried about what might be waiting for us on board the Pentacle. Depending on how that works out, you might find yourselves wanting to use this, am I wrong? What other choice do I have? Huh?
だって仕方ないじゃないですか。私が選んで始めたことなんです。私にしかできないから。他にどんな方法もありえないからこそ。千のかげろうを組み立てたんです。
I even set it up so it could continue without me. This is part of my contingency plan for if we end up facing the worst possible scenario. If it comes to that, I'm uniquely placed to make the most of it. I can use myself as a pawn to push us forward. I'm the only one who can do this, so what other choice do I have? Music. Alright, I get where you're coming from. You have to do what you feel is best. Thank you for understanding. Just be aware I won't stand by and allow that to happen. As your instructor, I'm obliged to protect you from harm, whatever it takes. Huh? That was my duty as an awakener and as an least practitioner. The young that I, my ogre power, the network I built at force, I use everything I've got to prevent that worst possible scenario. I let this whole world go to Gehenna before I allow you to sacrifice yourself. And my own abilities aren't enough, I pray to Hideous and trust in my luck too. Hope you're ready for all that help and more. Dr. Rean. Rean? Music? What are you two doing back here? You're gonna get left behind. Sorry, you'll be right there. Come on, music. Okay. True as true, it does come to pass. There's only so much you'll be able to do. But still, it's touched a great many people's lives. Could all those connections come back around again and overturn the board, I wonder? Are we ready for all that? And for all that help and more? When I play on this game, I have to concentrate on the bigger picture. When the time comes, I can't afford to cling to some intangible hope. No, I will complete my mission according to plan. I don't like this plan music. Ja, ich glaube, es ist relativ obvious, dass das darauf hinausbaut, dass wir unsere ganzen Connections zusammenholen und und halt, ne, alles auf den Kopf stellen, so nach dem Motto. Ich glaube, das ist relativ obvious von der Art und Weise, wie die Story am Fortschreiten ist. Also ja. Gut, dann sollen wir noch ein Bonding-Event haben. Und ich glaube, es müsste Juices sein, der uns fehlt. Genau. Und wenn es die ist, die ich denke, die es ist, dann werden wir was Nices für Juices hier bekommen. Hey Juices, fancy seeing you out here. Indeed. Was just making my usual call back home. To Barrier Hard Home. We were just talking about it actually. About the Imperial Defense Force over there in particular. Is everything okay? If there haven't any issues and any official business needed during my absence will be taken care of by our butler, Arnold. The Imperial Defense Force is doing a skillful job and maintaining the peace somehow. However, something bothering you? Arnold hasn't spoken a word of it out of courtesy, but those are sure to get out of hand in due time. The new documents that require my seer as acting duke have severely piled up. I wish I could lend a hand, but suppose I will have to leave things to Arnold for now. He must have a serious bond of trust with this butler of his. I can understand why he's worried. You know, we still have some time until this afternoon. Won't you have to Barry hard with me? I doubt the Imperial Defense Force sure would be expecting you to return now of all times. And with huh? Then we just might be able to make it through. Alright then, let's go. We need to settle this, for Arnold's sake as well. Got it, let's get ready. Then they headed for Kreuzen in eastern Erebonia with Valdemar at full power. If Arnold providing internal information control as requested, they successfully created a break in the Imperial Defense Forces guard. And then... I must apologize for this inexcusable inconvenience I've forced upon you both, as if matters weren't already complicated enough. And I would have imagined I would put you through such trades as these. You're already in a precarious situation, and I've only given you cause for even more worry. I hear nothing of the sort at all. You're doing more than anyone could have asked. You can't stay long, but I assure you I'll do my utmost to reduce the brunt of your workload while you're here. I'd like to lend a hand as well, though I can't handle much more than paperwork, I'm afraid. Thank you, I'm forever in your debt. When or not, regarding those arrangements I contacted you about. Choose it? Sure, that was the kid that... Oh, it is chooses. You haven't seen him forever, chooses. Robbie, you can't just tag him like that. He's up a little bit. Oh, I don't mind at all already. I'm just glad to see you two looking so well. You too, chooses. Welcome back. Thanks so much, both of you. Jesus. Chris made a request of unknown and then began scanning through the documents that had stacked up in the office. Rean joined in and got straight to organizing the paperwork as well. Done with these here, Jesus. Ah, excellent. I really appreciate your help, Rean. Just a little more and I'll be finished too. Bill will put some tea on when he gets back. In the meantime, make yourself at home if you'd like. Sure, thanks. It seems I've stirred up a fuss so little. So I admit that Taka earlier caught me a bit off guard. True this. It was right when I began acting as Duke, the first time she came by the mansion to see me, I mean. She visited a number of times, without any word of warning, and always shared her latest into, from operations to students to what have you. Past that, we did just indulge in tea, snacks, and more relaxed conversation. Millium, what brings you here all of a sudden? Hey, Jesus, I'm here from the neighborhood for some work. Great timing, huh? I just had to stop by. How have you been, lady? How many times must I tell you to behave as a lady of your age? Well, your family's got the best tea and cakes, hands down, Jesus. You're getting a bit on your face there, Millium. Really? Mind getting it for me? Ah, yes. Whatever am I going to do with you? She'd really become like a sister to me. Thinking about it now, she probably was concerned for me from as far back as even before our graduation. Except I was a Duke at a time when I was dealing with my father's arrest and my brother keeping his distance. She supported me through it all. She sure did. A very unknown old class 7, Millium was brimming with potential, the absolute most, wasn't she? Even now, I bet she would have been... What we ought to do is focus on what's to come. Millium protected us and provided the opportunity for a future beyond all of this turmoil. So our only goal now is to ensure we protect this world, no matter what. And when that future finally comes, we will be there to witness it for who deserve to see its fruition most of all. That way, Millium will always carry on in our hearts as well. So you can never give up on yourself, Rean, no matter what circumstances you face. Being able to get past this, we each have much to do, don't we? Oh. You're absolutely right. You're loud and clear, Jesus. And rest assured, I don't intend on ever giving up on myself, no matter what. Just keep on facing forward toward the future, whatever it may throw at us, for Millium's sake. Meantime, it tries. Pardon my intrusion. I've gone and picked up the sword you had charmed. Yeah, perfect. Many thanks, Arnold. It's sword. This would be the holy sword of Elvas. Assign it to an artisan I know to charm it back up to proper form. It's a blade that has been handed down in the family for generations, together with its sibling sword, which my brother possesses. I see. You're not one to roll over your feet, are you? Certainly not. I plan to overcome whatever stands in our way. You and I, Rean, side by side. Let's take hold of our destiny and forge the future we want in steel. You got it. For Millium. Yep. Jesus kriegt ein neues, schönes Schwert. They then managed to escape very hard before the Imperial Defense Force came back. Und wenn wir jetzt nämlich in die Event-Items reingehen und uns nämlich das Holy Sword of Elvas ausrüsten. Und dann uns Juices angucken. Ich kümmere uns jetzt im Equipment, genau. Da. The Holy Sword of Elvas. Aber equipped. Es hat in sich leider keine richtige Waffe. Sondern halt nur Cosmetic, aber ja. Ich sagen muss, die Art und Weise finde ich ein bisschen schöner, da halt Waffen halt an sich keine Weapon Skins sind oder haben. Und dann halt das sozusagen Weapon Skin Item zu nutzen, ist schon sehr nice. Ich frage mich nur, warum sie es nicht einfach unter Costumes mit reingepackt haben, to be honest. so ein neuer Menüpunkt für Weapon Skin oder sowas. Für die welche kriegen. Es sind zwar nur 2, 3 Charaktere, glaube ich, aber ja. So. Und damit sind wir Bonnie ganz durch. Das heißt, die haben wir uns auch schon gut, die Trial Chest. Gehen wir mal und kümmern uns um den das heißt, Kram. Wir waren erstmal als nächstes zu Aaron mit Randy und Theo. Achso, nachdem wir die einen Sidequest abgeschlossen haben. Das muss man nochmal. Trotzdem gehen wir erstmal nach Aaron General Goods. Denn wir haben 2 Geschenke. Und eine Sidequest. Right, there you are. You certainly didn't waste any time. Looks like there's something strange going on with the water here. I don't know how to describe it, but something feels off. Is it an abnormality in the spirit rings, maybe? Caused by the great Twilight? You always know how to cut right to the chase, don't you? Essentially, yes, this is the case. The spring is actually linked by spirit rain to hotspots of mana all throughout Erebonium. The Twilight seem to be the most likely cause of the corruption here. We could simply have a rose purified by force, but the mana is far too strong for that. An unskilled hand could throw things all out of balance. So what I'd like to do here is conduct a proper purification ritual. Checking where this is going. As for what we can do though, I assume you want us to go to each of those spots I mentioned. Exactly right. It'll take no small amount of effort. My situation isn't particularly severe either. I have no trouble holding things off for the moment if you're busy. Say. Well, you'd be more than happy to help. We've made some good use of these springs ourselves after all. Exactly, are we headed? What do we have to do once we get there? I believe these should answer the question. Received ash stakes. Ash. All woods, it's particularly conductive of mana, right? Right. I'd like for you to drive a stake into each location where these abnormal phenomena are occurring. Doing so should allow us to conduct a purification ritual from here. My illuminations were able to describe 3 of these hotspots. The first is close to Ulster. Make your way to a Skiliev basin and you'll soon be near it. The next lies around Mizande, which should be somewhere on the path leading towards the hills. And finally there's one on Brionia Island. Though where exactly, I can't be too sure. The divination marks its location as the center of the isle. I imagine it may be hidden amidst the terrain. Also, wahrscheinlich in der Höhle. Got it. Just leave all the searching to us. We'll try and not to keep you waiting. Much appreciated. I wish you good luck. Gut, na dann. Wenn wir das erst machen können, dann können wir uns das eine Hilfsmonster kümmern und dann zu Mr. Byro drüber gehen. So, Questmaster, where are you? Du bist natürlich beim Teleportation Stone. Wie bist du eigentlich gequippt oder gemacht? Katze und Burger? Passt. Bürgersage. Machen wir das so? Rean und Tio und Adrian und B. Wenn wir jetzt noch Rennen hätten, würde ich anstatt Rean Renner nehmen und dann wäre das so eine Perfect Party, so nach dem Motto. Vor allem wäre das dann meine Party mit meinen currently all favorite characters. Oh, ne, gibt Rage. Eigentlich würde ich noch mit Juna braggen. Weil Rage is nice to have. Da ist auch leider nichts gerade perfekt da. Ja gut, dann nehmen wir noch mal Juna rein. Und Sledgehammer. Oh, das habe ich schon gebrochen. So, jetzt möchte ich dann Juna halt gerne kennen. Ich weiß nicht, ob das jetzt Juna Kill zählt. Ah, schade. Dann nicht. Und ich glaube, ob ich einen Assist machen sollte oder nicht, aber naja. Wir haben leider keinen zweimal Rage. Stimmt, kann noch mal hier sind. Da kann man noch nicht lang, ne? Ne, jetzt waren wir noch zu. Ich will gucken, ob ich einfach als Level farmen kann. Okay, den kann ich nicht fangen. Aber ein bisschen Zephyr kann man mitnehmen. So, da haben wir schon unsere Quest. Ooh, finding a hot spring here of all places. Pretty wild. This is it, right? Yeah, just like the one in Aaron. It has to be connected to the spirit veins. Is this a pretty choice spot? This goes to the tracks, but not out in the open, so it still feels private. The unrolling all the hits and the sound of the occasional passing train could really add to the atmosphere. Don't forget just about enthusiastic you get about hot springs, instructor. Focus everybody, let's drive in the stake that Dahlia gave us. Okay, that should do it. Now we just need to find the other two spots. Gut. Dann gehen wir mal Richtung Millium Basin. Das war jetzt hier. Ich glaube, Dev zusammen am besten. Nein, ist es nicht. Warum bin ich immer falsch? Entrance. Must be the blaze. Didn't take us long to find this one, huh? Yeah, this place must be connected to Aaron for spirit reins. I see, it's the same place. Okay, Instructor Rean? Do you know something about this place? Just a little. I was passing through on an assignment for the government. I went out one night to do some training and discovered the spring. No one was around, so I got right in and enjoyed myself for a while. Of course, back then it wasn't this weird color. Weren't you on a mission? You did all that while I was asleep back at the inn. Oh, what a shame I missed it. I would have loved to join you. Very much like our instructor to go into a random hot spring he came across while training. Anyway, when I came back the next day, there was no sign of it anywhere. I asked around town and they said it sounded like a fairy spring from their old folk tales. I guess it must be connected to Aaron somehow. A hot spring that disappears and reappears at random? It does sound like something out of a fairy tale. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've got the right place. Let's try for the steak that they gave us. Also ein richtig schöner random Fun Fact. It's 2 down. 1 left, guys. Let's do this. So. Der letzte war. Wo haben wir's? Wo haben wir's? Beyond the Island. Inside the Cave. Geht auf der anderen Seite. There it is. Oh, of all places for it to be. But there's no mistaking the color. Yeah, this place must be connected to Aaron Village through the spirit rains. Natural curing hot springs. Nature sure is wonderful. It's a good size too, considering it's connected to the other side. Once it's purified, we should all come back here and... Sorry, Rean. Control yourself. Please come down, instructor. It's one of those fairy springs that appear out of nowhere. You can get everyone together from an SSS vacation sometime. Anyway, should we get on with driving in the stakes? Let's work out which side we need to do it from. And that's the last one. This should be enough to begin the purification ritual. So back to Aaron and check in with Dahlia. The group found the third hotspot spring and just dash the into it. Nur noch ganz kurz zum Aber. Und nehmen wir ganz kurz die raus für Landini. Fairy Spring. As you have driven the 3 stakes as I requested, magnificently done. Should begin purification ceremony at once, if you would. Me? Yes, you. A sacrifice to the Twilight allows you to synchronize with Erebonia's spirit reigns more readily than most. Entering the spring and unifying your heart and soul with the waters will make the ritual that much easier. It would be more effective if you ended in with a partner. You mean... Yes, I can't be serious. Does it have to be someone of a particular gender or someone exceptionally special to Rean? Those things are of no relevance whatsoever. Ritual alliance, macrocosm of the world's spirit reigns, with the microcosm of humanity, cause them to resonate together. The process is two participants rather than just one. That's all there is to this, I guess. No reason to feel embarrassed, right? To all the prep work we've put into this, you can't expect to turn back now. Go ahead and choose someone, instructor. Alright, just give me a moment to think it through. Komm, Music hat so ein bisschen Magie auch gelernt. Oh, instructor, I know you had your sights on me, though I do appreciate the confirmation. Now slow down a little. This is just for the ritual, alright? You better get started. We really got to focus here. It's music for you, but it's kind of endearing in a way. Warum war der Hot Spring da in der Höhle nicht dabei, als wir mit Laura unterwegs waren? That's where the air in village hot springs completely purified. The hot springs discovered elsewhere were also purified and can now be used freely. Und ja, wir haben sozusagen theoretisch jetzt überall Heilspots. Villagers enjoyed the hot springs and took their time resting in the village. By some stroke of fate, an unexpected combination of people ended up soaking the springs together. This is amazing. Sad it, I miss this place. It was a damn shame they closed it down for a while because of all the great Twilight commotion. You must be happy, Instructor Rean. I imagine a hot spring maniac like you would be going into withdrawals if it down. Sure have your quirks, love for hot springs and at least you move into a whole different person when it comes to her. Really? Never realized. Eigentlich hast du es schon mal mitbekommen. Er hat selber schon mit sich selbst gejoked. Ist das so... Bin ich auch so, wenn es um Elise geht, so nach dem Motto? Also er weiß das. He and I spent a couple of weeks together. She's one of the sweetest girls I've ever met. How can I put it? She has that Erebonian dignity about her, but is still so approachable. Appreciate hearing that too. She still has room to grow, just like anyone else, but she really is incredible. I thank Adios every day for having the perfect sister. Well, that's the point of no return, ain't he? It's really saying something, giving the not even blood related. Makes me feel bad for Elise, getting so smothered with all the attention, though it is possible she likes it. I'm starting to think Rean and Lloyd share some things in common, despite their main differences. How so? Let me guess, they're both clueless when it comes to interpersonal relationships. You know, I really have to thank you again, Tyr and Randy, for sticking with me this long. What brought this on? No need to thank us. Instructors gotta look out for each other, right? And of course, the police and Epstein Foundation can't turn a blind eye on what's happening in the Empire. Not to mention, my home country, Ramifaria, is being dragged into all of this chaos as well. Yeah, we did have a bad feeling about it. And we ran into some people that seem to be involved. And all that aside, you do have my utmost gratitude for helping me get Elise back. Assuming you eventually sort out this mess, would you all do me the honor of visiting my hometown in Millium? And that invitation extends to everyone in the SSS. It's the matter of Prosper regaining its independence is settled too. Oh. Thanks, Rean. This means a lot from Instructor Rean. Agree with him. Complex of an issue it may be, I believe Prosper should be independent. I imagine that the same is true for many others in Class 7 and Force. I really appreciate that, Kurt. So your hometown's known as the Hot Springs Paradise, isn't it? The best everyone has to offer, from what I heard from Elite. If that's the case, I'd really like to bring along Kier and everyone else in the special support section, and maybe a few others. Noel, Fran, Rishia, and Zaldir, and Ilya. Well, I can't forget Cecil and Shizuku, of course. I mean, why stop there? Gotta bring the Chief, Valji, and Jones the earliest and Dudley too. Well, let's not leave outside and Koppe. Everyone is welcome. I know anyone up there, the Phoenix Wings, that has plenty of rooms. Oh yeah, please. Vor allem Zeit. Ich will auch Zeit endlich mal wiedersehen. Schön, dass Zeit endlich mal wieder gemenschent wird. Aber Zeit wurde ja auch schon lange nicht mehr erwähnt. So, gib mir Feedback. Danke. Und so, damit man hast, dann haben wir die Scene. Und als nächstes haben wir Palm. 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 Oh, Annabelle is here. Right, the side of the also change an ecosystem. Kevin and I are just bridging bodies. Annabelle, yes. Really regret my early actions. I was doing you a disservice. You may consider engagement to my son, William, null and void. If your family objects, let's move things out with them. I'd much prefer for you to follow your heart in regard to Kenneth. Thank you. What's going on? I've never even told Kenneth how I feel, but now his father knows? And in his life will calm down a little, but that day is not today. True. Ah, sie unlockt den speziellen Fishing Spot in Björnia Island. Zoomen. Hello, Luna, Claire, where are you? I've been waiting and waiting. They couldn't have gone to the wrong place, could they? You're to me at their favorite inn. Finally, we hear about your request for help. Oh, excellent. Wait, we're not the kind of students who once found my wife's lost wallet. I guess it might have been us. Well, anyway, would help me find my family. Maybe a bit time consuming, if that's alright. Sure, why don't you tell us the whole story? Now, where should I begin? Even nobles have been rather busy lately with the current situation going on. I've been liquidating some of my assets to raise funds for the army. His family has been doing the same. She returned to her father's estate to supervise the liquidation, taking our daughter and our maid with her. I see now, you must be feeling lonely without them. Yes, but it's only temporary, something compared to what families of the average soldier have to endure. Anyway, everything was more or less sorted. Therefore, the chance to meet up with them could be a break for us all, so I understood. I'm so glad you're finally coming home. I'll meet you halfway so we can travel together from there. I see you're at the inn that serves those pies you love so much in your favorite town to relax in. Waiting here, but there's been no sign of my wife or daughter. Did you get lost on the way? Were you caught up in some incident? I'm so worried. Stomach's in knots. Vielleicht sollte man einfach nicht so vage mit der Beschreibung sein, wo man sich trifft. Und einfach den Ort nennen. We understand. I'm sure your wife knew this was where you meant. Absolutely. The chicken pies are unforgettable. Nothing extravagant, but the flavor is simply perfect. My wife and daughter love them. Might be true, but that has sounded really vague. Maybe your family went to a different place that also has good pies. I don't mean to be dismissive of your worries, sir, but this does seem like the most likely explanation. That hadn't crossed my mind. Well, this was the only place it could possibly be, but you seem to be the experts at this kind of thing. Please find my family. You're a promise. Then in their favorite town to relax in, and they like the pies. This is probably a good place to start looking. It's kind of similar as quiet and peaceful as Palm, at least. As a Missante, I like a candidates as well. Also für mich wäre der erste, also wenn jemand das beschreiben würde, ich glaube, mein erster Gedanke wäre Missante. So it's a place on the road to the Mare, but I guess that doesn't count as a town. The town has to have an inn with great pies too. Something to go on at least. Und da mein erster Pick halt Missante wäre, gehen wir auch nach Missante. Oh, Norton is here. Nielsen. So sometimes, and I was last in Arabonia, the records have brought many things to light that weren't previously visible. Where the seeds of chaos have begun to sprout, the various powers have begun to converge and enact their respective plans. Now the question is, what role should I play upon the stage? What is giving my husband Luna and the Galera? I really want to eat this place's fish pie with the whole family. I think this could be... yeah, it might be one of Lord Green's family members. Pardon me, maybe ask you a question? Currently, stay researching for members of Lord Green's family. So you mean my husband is wedding in Palm? I mean, I really love Palm, but... forget about how we all talked about how Missante and its beautiful scenery is the best. My husband even said that this inn is the best because it will fix up a fish pie using the fish we catch as a family. Can't believe it, he just does whatever comes to his mind. Can't say I didn't expect this. I think they've completely misunderstood where they were supposed to be meeting one another. Is that why Luna and Claire aren't here too? Oh, now that you mention it, your daughter and the maid aren't here with you, huh? Yeah, there was some luggage I wanted to sort out, so they left before I did. So that's what happened. I have gone to the wrong town as well. Somewhere else? I can't think of anywhere else they could be. This is Luna we're talking about, so it's entirely possible that she completely ignored the town part of the directions. Understood. In that case, we'll continue to look for them. Thank you for your help. Okay. Look at this. Mal gucken, gibt es noch irgendwas hier? Dann gibt es die Force Unity und Side Quest. So, ich will auch nochmal. Ist Mari? Ah, was machen Mari und Bridget hier? Bridget and Dr. Mari, I didn't think we'd run into you here. Listen, what a pleasant surprise. But you know, just catching up on what we've been able to learn recently. Now I'm curious. Richard, how has Alan been doing since? Basically the same. Actually, no. I'd say he's somehow gotten worse. Put in a request for a transfer. He wants to leave the 4th Division and go right to the front lines. Richard. Sorry, I really don't mean to worry you. The situation is distressing. For now, I just have to try to bring him around. On a brighter note, I have some hope-inspiring info to share. I might even be able to use it to help the students of the main campus. Thank you, Richard. And I'm sure Adam will come around. Deep down, he knows how you feel. Try to stay strong. Alright, don't give up yet. Sounds like she's got her hands on some useful intel. The stuff about Alan sounds worrying, but we just have to leave him to Bridger for now. Gehen wir nochmal bei Diana vorbei. Oh, sie ist gerade gar nicht in der Haus. Wo könnte Diana rumrennen? Frage. Kinder. Ich ist gerade auch einfach gar nicht da. Coburn hier. Fishing Competition. Das war Fisherman's Guild. Also die sind die Fischtipps. Okay. Ja, Fishing ignoriere ich gerade so ein bisschen, weil, wie gesagt, für mich ist die Seite so gut wie durch. Da ich jetzt nicht noch was fischen muss. Dementsprechend passt schon. Ja gut. Dann gucken wir mal nach Lamale. Da haben wir nämlich Alster. Man kann im Sunny Spot in sich eine Recipe holen. Dann gehen wir mal zu Steinrose. Dann nimmt Recipe Menschen nicht nur. Ich renne jetzt nicht rein, weil die haben wir schon. Oh hey, I'm actually just swapping book recommendations. So. Yep, Rean 9. The next chapter. So. Haben wir das eigentlich schon? Man kriegt 4 Nines, man kann es einfach ein Hilfsmonster, man kann hier, man kriegt das für den Fisch. Okay, dann sind wir auch schon durch. Sehr schön. Das heißt, next up wäre dann... Ah ne, ich bin dumm. Ich bin dumm. Wir haben noch eine Sidequest offen. Wir müssen ja noch Leute finden. Genau, die sind hier oben. Ja. Das war so kackt. What's taking my father so long? I don't know how long it's been since we all been together as a family. Lady Luna, I'm sure you're in the right place. Masakin's letter told us to meet at the inn that serves those pies I love in our favorite town to go and relax. Cause I'm sure, besides it's the only inn in town. And the pie they serve it is large as some of the best I've ever tasted. That's what Gwen's daughter made right here, isn't it? Sorry to interrupt, but we might be able to help you out. Joy explained Lord Gwen's search for his family. What? Father's actually waiting at an inn in Palm? I guess the chicken pot pie they have there is pretty tasty. I knew this couldn't have been very immense. Sorry for putting you to all this trouble. Found mother someplace else already? Yep, we ran into her in Miss Under at the White Bridge Inn. You, that place has the best fish pie in all of Lamare. The man you could give this place a real run was money. I'd still have the walnut pies from here any day. Glad to hear it. In any case, let's get you two back to Lord Quinno in Palm. Im besten Fall, wenn wir eigentlich smart gewesen wären, hätten wir jetzt noch überall so ein Pie to go mitgenommen und dann hätten sie sich jetzt hier im Pound gechillt und hätten alle 3 Pies essen können. Yeah, Luna, Eclair. I'm so worried about you. I feel you got lost or that something happened to you. It's shaking from the nurse. You're fine, my dear. Sorry for worrying you so much. Entirely my fault, sir. With the one taking the lead. I'm so sorry it made you worry. To think you'd end up causing you so much stress. It's nothing to forgive, my love. I'm just relieved to see you. As am I to see you, but I have to tell you this, dear. The description you gave us, favorite town and those pies we love so much, anyone would think it was the White Virgin at Misante. It was you who went to the wrong place, not us. What are you saying? I obviously meant the White Footpath Tavern and Inn in Parham. What you meant the No Caress Lodge? Miss, to occasionally visit on your family trip was a most wonderful place. Okay, that's right. Just as Eclair says, isn't it? When it comes down to it, every place we visited could be a contender for favorite, couldn't they? I suppose. Once this war's over, we should travel together again. Continue making precious memories as a family. We discover more and more places we like as well, okay? For one word here. Yay, I can wait. I'd be honored if I could accompany you all. Thanks so much for finding my family. Without your help, it might have taken days or even weeks before we were reunited. I'm in your debt. It was our pleasure. Can't imagine how terrible it is to be separated from your loved ones. I'm just glad we were able to be of assistance. And we always get along as well as we do now. Wie habe ich jetzt fast vergessen, noch diesen einen Check zu machen? Never mind me, ich brauche ein bisschen Brain off Kaffee im Moment. Set Strikers. Oh, Set Strikers. Da ist 2 von. Evasion 9. Yes. Hier sind ein Upgrade von den Rider Boots. Finally. Die Defense war ziemlich niedrig. Was gibt mir die? Ja, die geben mir so 200 Defense, die Rider Boots. Ups. Weil die Set Strikers sind eigentlich die Boots to go für Evasion Tanks. So. So, jetzt können wir weitermachen. So, dann können wir. Aber ich mache noch eine kurze Toilettenpause. Wir machen danach weiter. Bis gleich. Und ich bin zurück und das heißt, es ist Pentacle Time. Finally. Und es ist halt einer der Momente, auf die ich mich so richtig schön freue. Denn wir werden jetzt einige Charaktere wiedersehen. Oh yes. Get to the destination. But as again, meeting point is a buffer airspace above the borders of Erebonia, Calvert, and Liberal. I've already charted our course. Should we depart and rendezvous with the Pentacle? Once you depart the story progress, please note that it's content such as yeah, will disappear. You're done. That's it. I'll call everyone together then. Got it. Thanks. Once Car 7 and the rest of the crew had each finished up their remaining affairs, the Macabre then began to make its way toward the designated meeting point. New Jersey space over the Erebonian, Liberal and Calvert border. Das ist sehr interessant, ich einfach mit einem Macabre einfach anstratzen. Aber hey. Macabre number 8, this is the Pentacle speaking. Your ship is now permitted to dock. Please follow the beacon. Understood. Initiated automated boarding. Ah, we're really over a freeway border, if only just barely. The non-intervention zone should span the entire surrounding area, supposedly. Not much chance for interference when you're straddling 3 entire colonies, huh? Yeah, plus it's off the invasion route into the Republic. It makes for a pretty effective blind spot. I didn't really have to go all the way here just to find out what Mirage is about. They're here. Enter the frontrunners. Das ist cool, wenn du jetzt einfach die AC da fliegen würde. A certain country's latest model of gunship, VST-110 type Ariel. Gunships from the Pentacle and more from the northeast and south. Northeast and south? Could be... Makes their origins clear, geographically speaking. In that case, the ship coming from the east must be a new state-of-the-art military gunship from the Republic, courtesy of the Rean Company. That's right. Complete with a higher carrying capacity and expanded cruising range. So many people from so many different regions gather together for one purpose. We say, does this mean that all of these people are...
はい。南はリベール王国。北東はレミフェリア公国。そして東はカルバード共和国からとある方々を招待しました。遊撃士協会と 特務支援課の方々にも立ち会っていただく予定です。
Everyone is here. Die Bobcat auch. And a crew frontal hold. Ah, been about a month, hasn't it? Alright, this is where you escaped from, right, Ash? Oh, this show is huge. Hey, that's a bobcat too. It's just like Josette said.
諸君、よく来てくれたな。
Very General Bardius, you look well.
将軍と黒チルダ殿から聞いている。息災そうで何よりだ。シュバルサ。アルフィン殿下。アンゼリカ城もご無事で何よりでした。
Thank you, Brigadier General. We appreciate it. Who'd have thought we'd be meeting here on the Pentacle at a time like this?
ええ。カイトの両方会議からあまりに状況が変わりました。そして本日、ある意味において歴史が変わる日となるでしょう。
Mm-hmm. What, the cause of history? Quite the assemblage then. Indeed it is. In fact, some of our guests have already arrived. Though many of them are simply here to observe.
案内しよう。みんな、ついてきてくれ。
Ja, die Interior kennen wir schon mal, wir waren ja schon mal auf der Pentacle in der Guest Area. Als wir damals Alfin entführt haben. Oh, incredible. Let me begin to describe this place. Gee, haven't you and Instructor Rean been here before, Ali? It's a bit of a long story, but I shall not reveal the details of his misconduct during that occasion. Rean, what did you do? It was a misunderstanding. I'm not entirely convinced. I'm sure he didn't have impure intentions. That's the whole problem. His heart is too pure. As I've told you before, nobody likes a goody two-shoes. You got that right. Can you guys just not? If not for why of your unsociable ways. That we already accepted the fact that you're completely clueless about people's feelings, Rean. Rean's got all the luck, though. All the bad luck, I'd say. This brings back memories. Rean carried me in his arms once. Alright, I forgot about that. Man, there was a lot going on that day. I doubt anyone there that day expected that sort of daring escape from you. Oh, that must have been so cool. Rean, your hound. Really can't judge a book by its cover. Guys like you and Lloyd are really something else. Be some charm for the rest of us, will you? So there's Sarah, Toa, requesting permission to burst into tears. Sehr schön. Die Szene kriegt mich auch immer wieder. Permission denied. Just means everyone likes you, Rean. You're a lucky man, Rean.
盛り上がっているな。
まさかこんな形でお目にかかれるなんて。
Ooh, yes.
やっぱ来てたかよ。
久しぶり、ティータ。
5ヶ月ぶりか。ちょっと背が伸びたかい？
お姉ちゃん、お兄ちゃん。それに。
Schön, wie es auch einfach Estelle und Jojo als Onejan und Onichan anspricht.
約束果たせそうかしら？レンちゃん。
Take it, Axe, oder? No.
やった会えた。それはこちらのセリフよ。 く二人とも年上なのに泣き虫なんだから。
そういう連こそ目が赤くなってるけどね。アガットさん、ご無事で何よりでした。
足りめえだろ。いろいろ残ってはいるが、まずは一区切りってとこか。
ええ、いろいろな意味でまだ気は抜けないけどね。
By the way, könnt ihr jetzt verstehen, warum ich sage, ihr werdet den Part der Story mögen? Es ist, dieser Storyline ist einfach so schöner Payoff für so viele Characters. Es gibt ein paar einige schöne Character-Moments hier.
サラさんお久しぶりです。
ご無沙汰しています、本当に。
前に帝国に来て以来だから3年ぶりくらいかしらね。紹介するわ。フィーよ。
どうも。うわ、あなたがフィーさん？可愛いのにめちゃくちゃ強いって噂の。
よろしく。妖精の活躍は耳にしているよ。
フィーで構わない。こちらも二人の活躍は聞いてる。アガットとシェラザードから。そっか。そういえばシェラさんの行方がわからないって。
I mean, I do.
な、例の機能が使えるから無事ではいると思うんだが。
実際2週間前の時点ではちゃんと連絡できていたからね。
確かシェラ、その後テートから離れているのよね。
ええ、帝国ギルドでも行方は当たってるんだけど。
ああ。
いいタックルです、キーヤ。ロイドさん、エリーさんもお疲れ様でした。
ああ、ティオこそお疲れ。
もう私も抱きしめさせて。エ
Adorable.
リーさん、ちょっと苦しいです。
ティオちゃん、無事で本当によかった。ヨナ君も心配してたんだからね。
そうですか。それより息が。
やれやれ、お嬢また育ったんじゃねえか。
お疲れランディ。
お前こそな、ロイド。
ちょっとランディ、聞こえているわよ。
育ったって何が？
おっと、やべえやべえ。
Oh Mann.
まあ、ランディさんらしいといえばらしいですけど。
Sagt diejenige, die selber eigentlich noch ein Kind ist. Oh Mann. Oh, ich liebe diesen Moment. Du hast endlich mal so den Moment, wo du endlich die SSS wieder mal hast, die zusammenkommen kann. Ja, minus Noelle und Waji. Und zum Großteil unserer Libero-Gruppe mal wieder zusammenkommt. Ich liebe diesen Moment einfach.
ユーナもお疲れ。キーヤから話は聞いたよ。
ティオちゃんの解放にも力になってくれたんですってね。
まあ、7組としてのミッションでもあったので。支援家の皆さんが再会できて、私も他人事ながら嬉しいです。ユーナは他人じゃないよ。ええ、私たちにとっては文字通り後輩ですね。
ええ、クロスベルの意志を別の形で受け継いでくれている。
君が俺たちのことを誇りに思ってくれるのと同じように、俺たちも君を誇りに思うよ、ユーナ。
I mean, für Junior vor allem ist es halt ein extrem schöner Moment.
第二に入ったばかりの頃はこじらせちまってたけどな。
もうランディ先輩。そうだ、ハリサさん。 疲れ様です。私からもお祝いを言わせてください。
ありがとうアリサさん。それとそちらも無事全員が揃ったみたいですね。
はい。
トールズ士官学院7組所属リーン・シュバルツァーです。はじめまして。エリーさん、エステルさんにヨシアさんも。
はじめまして。アリサさんからはお噂はかねがね。
Perhaps a bit too much, actually. Alright.
もうエリーさん。
よろしくリン。君のことはいろいろと聞いているよ。ティータの手紙やレン、オリビエさんやトバルさんからも。
そうでしたか。殿下はもちろんトバルさんともお知り合いだったんですね。
うん。初めて帝国に来た時にお世話になって以来ね。はじめまして、リーンくん。ようやく会えて嬉しいわ。あ、私たちは呼び捨てにしてよ。年だって一つしか違わないんだし。
True, die müssen ungefähr auf dem im selben Alter sein.
それじゃあお言葉に甘えてよろしく。エステルにヨシュア。
こちらこそ。
会えて嬉しいよ。
それからお久しぶりです、ロイドさん。
ああ、1年半ぶりかな。いや、3ヶ月ぶりか。鳥かごの時は助かったよ。
Ja, die hatten schon ihren kleinen Moment.
改めてよろしく。リーンと呼んでもいいかな。代わりに俺のことも呼び捨てにしてくれると嬉しい。ん？
教官？
正直その手を取る資格が俺にあるとは思えないんです。聞いているんでしょう、俺がしでかしてしまったことも。
兄様。
そのせいで帝国はもちろんクロスベルにも呪いは広がった。いや、ノーザンブリアやジュライ、さらには共和国との全面戦争まで。あなたたちには何とお詫びを。
リーン、それは違う。俺は捜査官だ。起きた事件の表面だけを見たりはしない。全ての段取りは仕組まれていた。君の意思とは無関係に、用意周到に。それにもかかわらず君は絶望を乗り越え、帝国を、クロスベルを、
あ
いや世界そのものを救おうと今この瞬間もあがき続けている。大切な仲間たちと力を合わせ、ひたむきに前へ。できればその仲間に俺たち支援家も入れてほしい。帝国とクロスベルという垣根を越え、世界そのものを終わらせないために。
Ja, Lloyd kann immer noch gut seine Reden schwingen.
すごいな、君の尊敬する人は。
でしょ？
叶わないな、本当に。喜んで。それから改めてよろしく、ロイド。状況は絶望的で別の大きな流れも始まろうとしているようだが、諦めずに力を合わせて壁を乗り越えていこう。
Fängt auch noch mit dem Barrier Talk an.
私たちリベール組もそれに乗らせてもらうから。
揃っているようだな。
文校長。
お疲れ様です。
あれが
バイスラント決起軍司令オーレリア・ルグイン将軍ね。強そうね。
She indeed is.
あ、東大最高の剣士の一人だろう。
リベール遊撃士協会並びに特務支援課の諸君、オーレリア・ルグインだ。お初にお目にかかる。それぞれじっくり話したいところだが、早速会合を始めたいと思ってな。
やっぱり。
やあ、特務支援課の諸君、2年ぶりくらいになるかな。アリオス君は来ていないみたいだが。
ご無沙汰しています、閣下。
アリオスさんは別件で今回は立ち会えませんでした。閣下によろしくと言付かっております。
そうか。まあ彼の立場なら忙しいのも無理はないだろう。アルフィン殿下、ご無沙汰しております。ユーゲント陛下の一件とオリバルト殿下の不運、遅まきながらお悔やみを述べさせていただきます。
ありがとうございます、閣下。
Das müsste der Ramifarian-Dude
ま
sein.
さか閣下御自らいらっしゃるとは夢にも思いませんでしたけど。
私としても信じられないような心境ですよ。ミルディーヌ公女殿下、改めてお招きいただき感謝します。
こちらこそお目にかかれて光栄です、閣下。
Aber den kennen wir schon.
まさに夢の会合となりそうですな。
Good old Rocksmith.
おっと、特務支援課の諸君とは2年ぶりくらいだったか？
ええ、通商会議以来ですね。
ご無沙汰しています、閣下。
アルフィン殿下、公女殿下もお初にお目にかかります。ちなみに私のことはご存知でいらっしゃいますかな？以前兄君とは一度会議でご一緒させていただきましたが。
ええ、もちろんお会いできて光栄です、閣下。なるほど、千の影楼というのはここまでの規模のものでしたか。はじめまして、ようこそお運びくださいました、ロックスミス大統領閣下。
まさか。
そうきたかよ。
呆れましたわね。
はは、太閤閣下、改めて名乗った方が良さそうですな。
ええ、では私の方から。
Move the Principality of Ramifaria, Aber from Bartholomews.
レミフェリア大公アルバート・バルトロメウスだ。お初にお目にかかるトールズ士官学院の諸君。
Ja, wie gesagt, den kennen wir schon.
カルバード共和国大統領サミュエル・ロックスミスという、おそらく今この場にいる者としては最もありえない存在かもしれないがね。
レミフェリアのトップにまさか共和国の大統領か。
ああ、よもや影武者でもあるまい。だがおかしいだろう。共和国大統領がこんな場に。
まあそれだけの事態というわけだ。 マキアス・レーグにつくん。それとユーシス・アルバレア公爵代行にフィー・クラウゼル君だったかな。
なるほど、そっちのお姉さんか。やはり共和国の情報関係者だったようですね。
Mhm. Dementsprechend ist sie,
CID
フェミレナムにしない
の少尉よ。ハーキュリーズにも席があるわ。その説は世話になったわね。
Sie müsste... Warum fällt mir jetzt der Name nicht ein? Ist schon wieder so lange her. Killiger. Sie ist Killiger unterstellt. Killiger Roland.
改めまして、太鼓付き秘書官ルーシー・セイランドと言います。
Und ja, das ist Lucy, die zusammen mit Claudia im Student Council war. Und dementsprechend hat Connections zu Claudia und Lecter.
先日は失礼しました。
なるほど。この会合のために帝国の内情を探っていたんですね。
でもレミフェリアと共和国のトップが来てるってことは。
ああ、南より訪れたもう一組のゲストというのは。
来たみたいね。
おいおい、マジかよ。
リベールにとってもそれだけの事態なんでしょう。
Mhm. Long time no see.
リベールの司法、それにまさかこの場にいらっしゃるなんてね。
遅くなりました。いやー、しかし豪華な船ですな。
Er hat auch immer noch seine schöne Stimme.
誠にありがとうございます。
Ich mag Casius Stimme. Those two don't need an introduction, zumindest nicht für uns.
リベール女王アリシアが名代。クローディア・アウスレーゼと申します。皆様、どうかお見知りおきを。
同じくリベール王国軍中将カシウス・ブライトであります。時間が惜しい。早速ですが会合を始めるとしましょうか。
Mhm. This feels more like a summit than an informal meeting of concerned parties. Aha. Und wir sind mittendrin, was ich sehr cool finde. Yeah, but Judas and Angelica must have known this was coming, right? Yeah, music planned to include representatives from powers outside Erebonia right from the beginning. We had no idea who exactly would be invited, or in attendance. Turns out Operation Millium Mirage has many influential backers, and the Lieutenant General of Liberal is among them. Cassius Bright, the tactical genius who stopped the Empire's invasion during the 100 Days War. After the war, he left the army and worked as a bracer for a while. He and my father were good friends. I think I remember something involving him around 4 years ago. Right, when multiple Erebonian branches of the guild were blown up. When the anomaly started in Überall, he rejoined the army. And now he's having a friendly chit-chat with the president of Calvert, whose country is about to get invaded by Livonia. The Muse is an excellent matchmaker. She reached out to Remifaria. Well, Faria in a similar situation as Überall right now. The Empire is pressuring both of them to allow the army safe passage through. Never particularly willing to do so, but they fear retaliation should they decline. Refusal could be construed as siding with Calvert. Small nations can afford to be assertive against the overwhelming power of the belligerent Livonia. Yeah, that will probably be the main topic of discussion today, I will think. Those nations can't only oppose the Empire, we, along with braces in the special sports action, are more free to take action. It's a good opportunity to speak with the other parties involved. Not just Überall and Crossbill, but Remifaria and even Calvert too. Indeed, there's no better time for us to exchange information. It's also the ideal time to speak one's mind freely. After discussions have concluded, I'd like to speak with the Grand Prince and the President myself. Got guts, okay do that, but I wouldn't mind exchanging a few words with them either. But I would like to talk with Ali if there's time. And Crown Prince Claudia too. Yeah, Crown Princess, so. Seriously? Well, I guess this is your best shot at getting closer to her. By the way, Yash, don't you and Joshua go way back? Look, that ain't confirmed, and I don't really remember him. Still, you two might want to talk and clear things up. Yeah, that's what this thing's all about, isn't it? It's going to be a dinner after the main talks. We can talk about more personal stuff then. Principal invited us here, so there's no point in acting like wallflowers. Yeah, let's make the most of it. Should go around and talk to the attendees myself. Definitely want to check in with those from the Barrel and Crossbow. Just will talk to representatives from Calvert and Remifaria too while I'm at it. The party is temporarily disbanded. The main story brokers wants to see the required sub-events. Ja, es gibt viele Sub-Events und wir werden uns alles antun und angucken. So, ich muss mal gucken, was ich darauf kurz achten muss. Okay, wir wollen, also für die es gibt ein paar Sidequests-Gramm und dafür wollen wir erstmal für den ersten Moment an Leute ran. Ich würde sagen, fangen einfach von ganz hinten an und arbeiten uns nach vorne vor. I dreamed of being in the presence of the President of Calvert and the Grand Prince of Remifaria. Ja, fragt vor allem, warum Josette gerade nicht in unserer so großen Gathering dabei war. Josette gehört genauso zur Liberaling-Gruppe. Prince Claudia and Lieutenant General Cassius are here too. Man, this place is crammed top to bottom with big rigs. On the other hand, just some schmuck with an airship. What am I doing here, mingling with them? What's the problem? You're great at mingling. And besides, we've been having out Lloyd and Rean a bunch. A reason for you not to be here. By the way, thanks for helping me and Agate cross the border into the Empire. Things would have been way harder without you. Tita, I told you that was no big deal. Saved my bacon too in $9. Seems like couple delivery service is always here to help when we're in a pinch. The services are a lifeline for the guild too. Everyone's very thankful to have you guys around. You don't work for Jaegers. And you stay away from shady business. That counts in your favor too. Look, it's a business, and we do what we have to in order to turn a profit. Oh, she's blushing. Oh, you guys, stop it. You like teasing her, huh? Don't worry, it's friendly teasing. These, as well as the branch campus, used to be within the Cabra barony. The members of Cabra delivery service used to be skybenders, but they seem like decent people. Hey Rean, you're quite a social butterfly today. Just making sure I get to talk to everyone. Cautious is next on my list. Makes sense. We both studied with Master Cafe after all. If I'm being honest, I'm not really sure why he and Chloe agreed to come all the way here. And I don't know what to think about this Duchess Cayenne. The whole meeting is giving me some bad vibes. She's not a bad person, I promise. I can only imagine she must have been planning this for a while. She tries not to show it, but the situation in the Empire was probably buffering her a lot. You noticed too, didn't you, Instructor? Yeah, I did. But from what I've heard, Juna saw right through her when they met back above.
世界の命運を左右できるほどのすごい計画を考えられる天才だからって、それとこれ、そんな普通の子が何百万人も死んじゃうような一手を平気で打てるわけないでしょ。
My mask fell for a second then. You're only 16 too, even younger than Fee. I've heard this and that about the Cayenne family. The Duke before the last was widely believed to be a just and wise noble. When he died in an accident, his younger brother inherited the title, but all he cares about was his personal interests. His foolish uncle even stirred up the civil war, and the family was about to be stripped of their title and privilege. And here we are, with Music as the mastermind behind the plan to save the world. She's got more guts than anyone on the ship. I think I can empathize with her more after hearing that. Yeah, me too. Checking what I've heard, it's no surprise she understands. There's no telling how these talks will go until they are over and done with. But regardless of what major events are set in motion, you must not forget about the individuals that will be swept up. Music is one of those individuals, so do me a favor and stay by your side. I doubt you need me to tell you that, though. You really are amazing. Huh? You just say what you think without beating around the bush, huh? With you know, Tita compares you to the sun. You are bright, and you dispel any shadows of doubts in others. Thanks for the advice. It was my intention all along, but I needed a kick to get around to it. Glad to help. Good luck. Thanks. Yep, our bright sunshine is still. Und ja, schreibe ich, ob meine Stimme das heute überleben wird. Wir werden sehr viel Interaktion haben. Und ihr habt schon gesehen, wir haben sie zweimal angesprochen. Sie haben immer noch mehr zu sagen. Oh, still, there's something I've been dying to know. You and Joshua together, right? How far exactly have you guys gone? Sort of the blue. I'll try to wriggle out of it now. I'm burning with curiosity too. You wouldn't have tried to dodge a question unless... Oh. Are you bugging me about it? Can't tell you when Rean's right there. What if he hears? Are you talking about something personal? Want to be a third wheel, I better go. Hey Kurt and Ash, good to see you again. Happy to have your instructor back? Yeah, very much so. It was only possible thanks to everyone's help. It was pretty impressive with the sword of his. Really see you already got the name Heavy Blade. That's true, I'm bad either. I might have taken a couple of swings, but I was just one of many taking part in Operation Bust Rean out. Same goes for me and Kia. Maybe our timing was lucky, but credit goes to everyone equally. Joshua, Ash. Don't the two of you have something important to talk about? Ren? He's right, don't put it off. Everything's going to shit right now. There's no guarantee you'll be able to see each other again. Yeah, you should sort things out now. There's no denying that Rockwell has become home to you, Ash. But I'm sure there's value in learning about a place that led you there. I was just a small village. It had no more than a few dozen inhabitants. As a result, there were very few children living there. Liv was the oldest at 16, my sister Karen was 15, and I was 6. But there was another boy too, he was 3 years old. He was too young to play with us much, but ever since he was a baby, we looked after him. I was looking forward to playing with him when he was a little older. He was most like a little brother to me. But then, those peaceful days abruptly ended. A group of eager dropouts posing as the Royal Army opened fire on the villagers. John, Jen, and Emilia were shot. There was blood everywhere. The son fell to the ground, blood all over his gloves. We fled. We ran and ran, too afraid to look back. Survival was the only thing on our minds. The boy didn't die though. He had merely fainted from shock. He had no idea. Eventually we made it out of the village. The river stayed behind to distract our pursuers. Told me and Karen to keep running. But we got ambushed by another group of eager dropouts. Sure. That's truly heart-wrenching. Heard it before, but it gets me every time. It's what happened 14 years ago. At least, that's how I remember it. The boy we left behind might have a different perspective on the events of the day. He may have hated us for escaping without him, and I can't blame him. The bullet you fired at Emperor Eugen should have been for me. Joshua? It's alright, Rean. It was a shock when I heard about what happened in Heimdall. Really as the burden the boy from Hammer had to live with. But even though I felt immense guilt that we hadn't checked to see if he was alive, that we hadn't taken him with us, there was another feeling too. Overwhelming joy. I can't say how happy it made me when I found out he had arrived. Joshua. Thanks for being patient and listening to this long story of mine. Don't know why you bother telling me when it's got nothing to do with me, but it wasn't entirely boring. I managed to stay awake till the end. Ash. Proud of it. Thanks, Ash. Our tragedy took place at about the same time I was first taken to Ymir. Glad Ash was able to hear your story. Oh, I didn't notice you were there, instructor. Hey, Rean. Dude, eavesdrop much? Sorry about that. But the same event Joshua was talking about pretty much changed the course of my life too, so it's at least a little relevant to me. As a defense of Ash, I thought you said Joshua's story had nothing to do with you. She's got it there. Whatever, screw all that old drama. Got plenty of new drama we could talk about instead. Focus on what's going on with you and Russell, huh? The hell are you talking about? Huh? Oh, why don't you share with the rest of the class? And it's not like that. You can't even see what's right in front of your face, old man. You don't know what's going on. It's obvious to anyone with half a brain. What are you calling old, you little brat? I'm only 28. Why are you even talking about this? Ich find's auch schön, wie einfach nur Tita im Hintergrund ist, so wie sie hier reinschreibt. That's a very Ash way to change the topic. He used to be such a crybaby. I'm glad Ideas kept him safe. Oh, not just her, it's thanks to a number of kind-hearted people. Yeah, thanks for sharing the story with us, Joshua. Of course, thank you, Rean, for all you've done for him. Aww. Ja, okay, hier geht es jetzt jeweils um Liebestalk zwischen Estelle und Joshua und Tita und Agatha. So, wir verbessern uns mal. So. Ah, hier haben wir unsere Leitgruppe. Dann. We've backed up since I last saw you, Lloyd. You've grown taller as much as got wider in the shoulders. Lives on the run's better than hitting the gym. I had to get my outfit retailored. Oh, I didn't notice. It's him every day, so the difference isn't as obvious. But he looks more like his brother now, doesn't he? I've only seen him in pictures, but yeah, I'd say so too. No, I've only had his height too. Is that guy Bunnings you're referring to? He was once a high-ranking officer at the Crossbill Police Department, but died in the line of duty 5 years ago. Yeah, we used to live nearby. You know, from visions of the past I've seen here and there. He was so tall and he seemed like a really reliable guy. Yeah, I feel like such a kid compared to him. There's no use in wishing I was more like my brother. Gotta play the cards I've been dealt. Yeah, it's me you've got, not him. I am determined as can be to end this and work towards independence for Crossbow. Too. Spoken like a true leader. It's no wonder you were able to shake myself and Instructor Rean off during our encounter 2 years ago. He's been through a lot, in fact, and I felt it easier than him. It's news to me that he had a brother, though. His brother sounds like an amazing person, too. Instructor Rean, and you're busy playing nice with her and everyone? I've got to make the most of this opportunity. Right, there's a lot for us to catch up on. I'd love to get a drink or two with you if you had the time, but... Sweet, I'm coming too. I got go to a place I know when this thing lands. I got some pretty nice... Randy. Alright, alright. That's just like Randy. Actually, that reminds me. We are Mao's busy Ezra right now. Yeah, there's a bunch of different factions at play here, both within and outside Erebonia. The other members of the SSS and our close allies are all busy dealing with them. Like Noel, Chief Sergei, Dudley, and Alios. That's right, Ryan and Rashi help us out sometimes too. Sonia and Mireille have been keeping their heads down though. They can't do much considering their position. They're members of the same crossbill guardian force that was absorbed by the Imperial Army, aren't they? Both very capable officers. Yeah, they have the same objective we do, but different obligations. Not unrelated to the contents of today's meeting. Okay, I'm starting to get a clearer picture. Can't tell but get an idea of the master plan, looking at all the people in Museum and General Legine invited here. Alright, I'm impressed. Yeah, think about becoming a detective? I doubt I could catch a match up to the bros. Okay, can someone tell me what's going on? Same here. The only thing I know for sure is that those two gotta stop showing off already. I believe you're just projecting, Instructor Rean. You could do the same if you tried, Randy. Hey, I'm not sure I like what you're saying, kiddo. And chatted with Lloyd's group for a while. You know, I don't think I'll run out of things to chat with you about. But if I could bring up just one more thing, I'm sure you play a bit of Vantage Masters. Play against Kier from time to time, so if you're wearing for a match, you let me know. There you're on. Oh, we will have to make sure things don't get too out of hand. Telling me. Na dann. Zieh mir mal Leute ab. Gut, das Beast wurde gebufft nochmal. Context ist +2 Damage. Nicht mal +1. Nee, dich war mal, du bist ein bisschen over the top für den Anfang. Achso, ich hab das Skill genutzt. Ja, dann. Ja, für Kanal rein. Kann dich noch summonen. Ich bin fast durch hier. Ich hätte auch in letzter Turn schon killen können. Sehr schön. So, jetzt heißt halt mal reden. Viel reden. Oh, Grace is auch hier. Yeah, sure, I'm lucky getting invited on board a Panda Crew to carry out exclusive interviews. So many interesting people all in one place. Eddie, Theo, Elisa, and even Emma of the Exxon clan. Didn't get a chance the other day in Crossbill, so let me say this now. This has gotta be fate. I just must have guided me here to interview you all. What do you say? Maybe later, if it doesn't take too long. Sorry, but I'd prefer if you kept me out of the papers. A very keen journalist, Grace. Should be aware of this, but you won't be allowed to publish anything about this meeting in the foreseeable future. What about the freedom of press? Oh, just kidding. I understand that being invited to this top-secret get-together is a great privilege, and I won't be able to write about it for a while. But once international relations become somewhat normalized, maybe I'll get a green light to publish a special report on this. After all, my duty as a journalist is to observe and document important events. It's definitely an important role. It's a sensible approach to take. I will take everything she says with a grain of salt. Knowing the materials you collect here will win you the further surprise, aren't you? Anyway, there's no harm in it, is there? I missed my chance last year and the year before. It's Grace, a journalist working in Crossbill. Whatever reasons, she must have impressed the right people to be allowed here. I mean, Grace is quite a character. Ah, the man of the hour. Mean shots, I very agree to an interview. I'm not at liberty to talk about a lot of things. Grace, you're putting him on the spot. She's very single-minded about interviewing people, but she's a nice person. Oh, you know about all of you. And you look just like Grace, walking around and sniffing out info. It's like I'm not curious about a meeting. By the way, I was surprised that Vita didn't show up. Me too, she left a barrier and vanished somewhere. It worries me a little. Yeah, it's kind of suspicious, huh? You know she's plotting something? I don't mean to sound ungrateful, since she's helped us numerous times, but Rita's known to pursue pretty questionable goals. I think you should give her the benefit of the doubt. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty, right? Thanks, Rean. Only the same could be said of my mother. Feminina, she's raised a wonderful daughter. There's no way she could be a bad person. Oh, thanks, that was nice of you. Do I sense a scoop? Why is Session 30 so sweet to you? Are you perhaps in a relationship? Grace, control yourself. Sorry. You can tell her off any number of times. She goes back to her or wider eye. Sehr schön. So, hier ist gerade leer, nichts los. Hier haben wir mal mit den zwei Sephiroth-Leuten gechillt. Oh ne. Wir haben ja mit, in dem Raum speziell haben wir mit, McBurn gechillt. McBurn war im Hintergrundraum. Und hier haben wir mit den Sabbaths gechillt. Ja, die Anordnung ist noch ein bisschen neu, weil einer der Zimmer hier war von Altina. Das ist eine interessante Gruppe, to be honest. Ah, this curry is excellent. Yeah, and the biscuits are great. Your Remiferian specialties, glad to your liking. I don't coffee and biscuits, what a wonderful custom. I could get used to this. So true. Ich glaube, Remiferia soll ein bisschen so, so einen britischen Einfluss haben, wenn ich es so richtig habe. Kabel ist natürlich, ne, asiatisch. Wohnen ja so ein bisschen, so ein Mix aus alteuropäisch und amerikanisch. Obwohl eher mehr alteuropäisch. Crossbow ist eher mehr so ein bisschen amerikanisch angehaucht, to be honest. Überall ist halt auch. Ja, einfach so dieses typische Monarchie-Ding, was du ja aber auch in Europa zum Teil hast. Also eher alteuropäisch angehaucht. Ja. So true. I swear it would be pretty unapproachable since you're the Crown Prince's secretary. I was surprised to learn you're not much older than us, though. You're really young for your position. The situation is quite different. I'm close friends with Princess Alfie. Been appointed especially for this occasion. My family is quite well known in Remifaria. You may have heard of the Sailants. Let me think. Sailant River, I heard that name before. The Sailant Company produces medical equipment shipped worldwide. Remifaria is famous for being at the forefront of medical research, which becomes a bartering chip in relations with other nations. The Sailant family, besides owning a prosperous medical company, has strong connections in government. Done your homework? The current state of affairs is deeply worrying for Remifaria. Our country is small and relies on advanced technology and scientific research to remain afloat. You are not prepared to deal with this war in the least. I understand your predicament. Wish there was something we could do to help. Let's see how these talks go first. Oh, I was wondering what her special secretary position was all about. She's very good with words, though. It's easy to see things from her perspective, and she encourages others to side with her. Grand Prince made the right choice appointing her. Wir kriegen nicht mal einen Talk direkt mit ihnen? Schade. Ist eigentlich, warte mal. Ich will kurz gucken, ist hier oben eigentlich dann was? Das sind sie am Reden und hier ist eine. Achso, das sind die da, Leute. Ich denke mal, hier können wir nicht hin. Ja. Ja. Gut. There you are, Rean. Steady working your way through the crowd, chatting everyone up. We're going to talk to Kayla too. If that's okay. Special Second Lieutenant Kayla. Yeah, you may speak to me at any time without reservation, Agent Chevalier. I'm grateful for your help the other day. The feeling you guessed was right at the start. I had my suspicions. Seems I interrupted your conversation. What was it about? Oh, we're just touching up on recent internal affairs in Calvert. I'm not sure what you might have heard about the situation there. The ruling party lost to the opposition in the recent elections. Once President Rocksmith's terms end, he will be forced to step down. Yeah, I heard about it in the Imperial Chronicle. It's a drastic change. The country is already in a crisis, but there has also been acts of terrorism carried out by the anti-immigration faction. Let's see. Immigration is a very divisive issue in the Republic. With each passing day, it's becoming more apparent how weak our country is. I expect our leaders to announce a new course of action after today's discussion. Thank you, I've ended on Kyle's situation now. It's a pretty young age, Kyle is remarkably sharp. By the way, it's good to see you again, Kayla. How has Kiliga been doing? As well as ever, she is an one iron lady. You make it sound as though a long time has passed since we were last in Calvert. Jolly girl, that kitty girl, is she who I think she is? You picked up on her name, huh? She's a practitioner of Taido. She's the one who taught me. Thought so. Kayla, have you also been trained in the Taido style? No, although I do admire Eastern martial arts and swordsmanship. Pursuing those arts requires serious dedication and investment of one's time. I admire for having reached intermediate level in the Elite on blade styling. Thanks. Wird auch nicht so gesagt, dass Kid Kailas Boss ist. Alright. Oh. Auch eine gute Gruppe. It's so not to speak with you again. We had a chance to talk leisurely since we were at Esmeralda's garden. It's been so long. I was kind of having an identity crisis when we last met. Somehow I've always been too busy to really talk. Yeah, true. All the generals here are strong as hell. You managed to hold off McBurn all on your own in Langolo Canyon. It's pretty damn awesome. I fought McBurn as well, though he seemed alright at the time. The damage his body suffered manifested later. Have you noticed anything similar? No, luckily, I seem to be perfectly fine. I don't think it's because McBurn was going easy on me. Seemed dead set on inflicting as much pain as possible. I think he might have been particularly vicious when he was fighting with Kanal said. It's right about Wallace, so good to know it's okay. It'll be nice to have a friendly duo with him one day. Well, is that you, Schwarzer? You look awfully serious. The situation's pretty grave. At least I finally have a sense of direction I should be heading in. Got my allies to thank for that, and for lending me their strength. It's good. Guys, you seem to have gotten used to your own powers. Bakon was a legend, there's no doubt about it. But I think you'll be another. It's kind of weird to say. I hope it won't sound patronizing, but I've been concerned about you. You see, now that I needn't have worried, you're doing well for yourself, and you will go far if you keep it up. You know how to build my confidence, I appreciate it. They both studied on a barcorn, and thankfully they've got a good relationship. I should speak of Cassius soon. Oh ja, die Momente, wenn er mit Cassius endlich mal reden kann, ist halt auch so, da warte ich immer wieder gerne drauf. Warum seid ihr alle so alle so abgelegen? Oh, there you are. Introducing yourself to all the important people, are you? I thought it wouldn't hurt. What are you up to? Not much, we are merely standing around. I've been on this airship before, I've seen all there is to it. Anyway, the talks will soon be over, so I might as well wait here. Something bothering her? It's not hiding it very well, is she? It's about a man from a barrel, Cassius. She's been acting funny around him. I get it, the master of the 8 leaves on blade style. He used to go by the nickname Divine Blade. Hey, what are you talking about behind my back? It's rude to exclude people from a conversation when they're right there with you. Sorry about that. How are you doing, Rean? Everything okay? More or less. Received a report of some Ouroboros activity from the high seat when I was on the way here. Nothing's happened yet though. By the way, has there been some sort of incident in the holy city of Pateria? I think Emma mentioned something about it too. Peter might know more about it, but as luck would have it, she's not here. Well, yes. Maybe she'll turn up eventually. Maybe, but as for me, I'm happy she's keeping her distance. I cannot relax without her annoying presence setting my teeth on edge. Enjoy it while you can. Should ask the staff to fetch you a source of raw milk. Good idea. Thanks, Rean. Nerd? Ich bin sehr interessant, dass sie nicht die Chance nimmt, sich auch mit Leuten zu unterhalten. Das würde für Duelle eigentlich gar nicht mal so schlecht sein. Looks like the meeting is over.
おお、君は。
リーン・シュバルツァー君だったか。
Yeah, that's right. I'm honored to make your acquaintances.
灰色の騎士の有名は共和国でも知れ渡っておる。まあさすがに悪名としてだがね。
That's pretty understandable. However, you single-handedly destroyed a number of our tanks and gunships without killing those within. That was quite a feat, which spiked my curiosity. I see now why Lady Mildine, Princess Alpine, and General Regine hold you in such high esteem. Thank you for the compliment. Please accept my apologies about your tanks. It's nothing personal. You also played a part in the Northern War, didn't you? Ferry and Umbria have been on friendly terms for quite a long time. Pains were greatly we could not do anything to help him. Your movement contributed to a significant reduction in casualties among the citizens, though. You give me too much credit. I wasn't acting alone. No need to be so humble. There's stories about you from refugees who fled to Remiferia when Umbria was incorporated into the Erebonian Empire. Modesty is a fine trait, but it starts to grade when people downplay their achievements. Acknowledge your importance. You're the person whose actions may very well decide the fate of the world, after all. Let's have plenty of time until dinner. If you'd like to chat some more, I'll be in my room. This acting Duke Albarea and the fellow from the Inspectorate are here. I'd invite them along as well. I've already informed them. I'll also be retiring to my room until dinner. Feel free to come and see me if you wish. I'd like to speak with Lloyd too. I'll go and tell him. Lieutenant General Bright, I've heard much about you from Master Kappa. I don't think I've had a chance to introduce myself to you either, Your Highness. I'm Rean Schwarzer, son of Baron Theo Schwarzer and disciple of the 8 Leaves from Blade School. Currently work as an instructor for Force Military Academy's branch campus. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
お目にかかれて嬉しいです。実はティータさんやジョゼットさんからリーンさんのお話は聞いておりまして、それにオリバルト殿下からも。
I'm honored to hear that. What happened to Olivier was truly heartbreaking. I had this grand vision, you see. It wasn't only with Erebonia's best interest in mind, but those of the entire continent. Yeah, he was a great man. Victor and Thor were good friends of mine as well. Their deaths have dealt a heavy blow to Erebonia. I'd even say it was felt by the whole continent. But now we must carry on without them. Even if it involves committing to something that most certainly would have... they most certainly would never have approved of. Huh? If you'd like, you can stop by to chat for a bit before dinner. Cartius, you wanted to talk to Estelle, didn't you? Yes, and the others as well. Ren, Tita, Agade. Please do come along, Rean. We could reminisce about Master Kappa together. And definitely stop by.
Rean-san, お疲れ様です。
Hello, Princess Arfin. Are you alright? Of course. I was a little shocked about the topics of discussion, but I suppose it's good we were able to talk about those pressing issues. Princess? Yes, see. I'm sorry I couldn't reveal the intended scale when I invited you, Princess. I trust you understand this was an inevitable reality. Your presence here was of the utmost importance. Yes, I'm well aware of my responsibilities. With neither father or my brothers available, it falls to me to represent the Imperial family and remain informed of the current situation. Be so kind as to share some of that information with us at dinner. It's a plan. You could also use more input on the matters at hand. You'll all be cooperating, of course. Greater special support sections and representatives, of course, should make their voices heard too. You need to know where they intend to position themselves between Operation Germangander and Millium Mirage. Dinner won't be served for a while though. Prince Harfin, at least, why don't you join me for tea? You may join as well, instructor, but the topic of discussion will most likely not interest you, given how easily you're embarrassed. We can never tell if you're joking, Musi, but he sounds good to me. Yeah, can mean too. Oh, maybe Gloria could join us? Yes, I will extend an invitation to her. Dr. Rean, will you be coming? Please do! If you insist. I'll see you in a bit. Alright. Still time to chat with the attendees before dinner. Might want to speak with the President and Prince Albert, the Lieutenant General Bride too. Yep. So. Gemachte Map, bewerten. So, wir haben jetzt den ersten Shuffle. In den kriegen wir jetzt erstmal noch nichts, okay. Nach dem nächsten Shuffle kriegen wir noch mal was für eine Sidequest. Ich würde sagen, wir gehen wieder in jeden Raum rein, aber anscheinend sind ein paar diesmal optional. Also, on the top of my list to speak of people. Should be in the liberating room. Ah, okay. This is his waiting room. I can hear people chatting inside. Just speak of Kazus, he's in the liberating room. Okay, wir sind gerade segregated. Aber wir können auch mit den anderen. Someone is talking on the other side of the door. That's an exclusive interview like this sure makes my day. What are your thoughts on the developments since the trade conference 2 years ago? And what's your take on the recent incident in the Principality? I've answered those questions for the Ardent Breast before. Grace, was it? Listen, Grace, it's all very well that you're so motivated, but you should think your questions through beforehand. Is that much more being told off by a stunning, beautiful woman? It's like they're in the middle of a spirited conversation. Anyway, let's visit the bear wedding room for now. The Rocksmith, in your opinion, how's the prognosis for Calvert looking? Not too bad, I'd say, for now. Medine's sharp intellect is truly something to be feared, isn't it? The situation being as it is, I'm determined to see things through on my end. So then Rocksmith? The new party, what the new party does with the country once it's in their hands, though, I really couldn't say. I might have some information that could be of interest to you. This term is nearly over. Shouldn't interrupt their conversation. I'll come back a bit later. Chloe, how are you? I'm well, thanks. Haven't seen you in 3 months. Good to see you again, Joshua, Ren. And you guys? Been a while. Did and I saw you in Granze before I set off for Labonia. So happy to see her again. It was the same for us, but we headed to Calvert instead. How was the Queen? Very well, thanks for asking after her. She couldn't have attended with all the attention around her right now. That's why she sent me in her stead. Let's see, she needed someone trustworthy to represent her. But if these talks are so crucial, why didn't Julia and Z come too? I imagine some urgent matters kept them busy. Zeke hardly has a moment to spare working as a messenger. Say, as of that, I suppose I have an idea of what's going on. Yeah. I thought people were just making small talk over tea and biscuits in there. Can you share anything with us, Dad? We haven't seen each other in half a year, and it's straight to business. With neither hello nor hug. I suppose a father can't hope for love and affection from his daughter once she's left the nest and become independent. Don't guilt trip me for not being all sugary sweet. Seem well, anyway. Yeah, you too, Sunshine. Jojo, everything alright? Yeah, all's going well. You're Chloe's bodyguard today, Dad? Oh, don't tell me that's all you're here for. I won't believe it. I'll have some patience. Everything will be real soon enough. When did you get taller? You've grown a lot since I last saw you. I'm only taller by 5 rag. I'll catch up with Tita at this rate. Oh, please don't. It took me so long to stop looking like a kid. Don't worry, Tita. You're still growing. You're only 16. Esther just joined the Brazier when she was your age. Feels like it was only yesterday we were touring around the bell together. How's this guy been back then? You might be older now, Esther, but you're as happy-go-lucky as ever, I see. It's not the worst, not the worst thing in the world, is it? It's what you just said. Even grown up, you never lost that little urchin attitude. It's part of my personal identity, you see. Tita, you've been making a name for yourself. Your grandfather had nothing but praise for you. Apparently, though, your mom worries about you a lot. She's just a worry ward. I read her a lot to let her know I'm fine. I already messaged her to tell her everything's okay. She mentioned something about Agade getting his comeuppance next time she sees him too. She said she was drafting a new research project involving human test subjects. What? Mom. It's like the good old times again. That reminds me, Estelle, did you see Zin when you were in our cupboard? I did. It was just before I came to Arabonia. He asked me to pass messages for him to my dad and a few others. Oh, brilliant. They got lots to talk about. I don't want to interrupt their fun. I should come back later. Oh, hello, Instructor Rean. Hey, sorry, we were so caught up in catching up. We didn't mean to exclude you. Don't be shy, boy. Come and join us. Sure, if you don't mind. Schade, dass wir keinen von diesen Dialogen direkt zu sehen bekommen. You seem to be enjoying yourselves. Well, that's no surprise when good friends get together. They bonded during the Orbital shutdown phenomenon. It's regrettable Olivier is no longer with us. Scheherazade has gone missing as well. Regardless, we must stay focused on what's ahead of us and try to remain optimistic. Wise words. By the way, I'm happy to see you, Rean. After Kava has been telling me about you, this young man has even more potential than you, Cassius. I'm sure that's not true. He must have been teasing you. Besides, there are so many complicating factors now. Oh, speaking of your background, I've heard of it, and I'm aware of the cause of your altered appearance too. Don't worry too much about what you can change, Rean. And by the way, I got a letter about you a month ago from a certain man on an eastward journey. I mean, Master Kafai? But I was still in prison then. Yeah, so I hear. Well enough, it was foretold in the letter. Whether it was prophecy or just a wild guess, I cannot tell. Das sind so paar so kleine Dinge, die einfach so random über Master Kafai gedroppt werden, die mich immer mehr intrigued machen, über so. Was weiß er alles und was ist das für ein Dude? Weil ich habe ihn selber bisher auch noch nie in person gesehen. Writing an accurate prediction. What's the letter about, exactly? It's the thing, Rean. In light of the current situation, I'm afraid I cannot tell you yet. Huh? It's not the right time nor place. But to give you a rough idea, the letter regards mastery of our school of swordsmanship. This time of turbulence, become the flashing blade which illuminates the darkness, even if for the briefest moment. As I've returned from the east and we have reunited, I shall impart to you my final teachings. The forms our master passed on to me are the first, Helix, and the seventh, Void. You seem to be trying to touch on all 7 forms, and in doing so go beyond the even void. I understand how difficult such a feat will be, don't you? Of course, with the way I'm now, I'm not confident I could ever achieve it. But you're right, this isn't the place to discuss it. Just keep it in mind, we'll come back to it later. I relay our master's message for you once the circumstances are right. Das wird in... Ich weiß nicht, ob das schon in Cold Steel 4 kommt oder erst in Reverie. Ich glaube, es war erst Reverie. Yeah, to see where today's talks lead to. But a time when great determination and sacrifices are needed is no doubt to come. Are we ready for it? Oh, they got on like a house on fire. Yeah, you couldn't tell they've only just met. Bring something unique in common, like the fighting style brings people together. Feeling a bit jealous now. Looks like we're the outsiders. I totally get that though. Are you feeling left out too? No, why would I care? Excuse me for butting in, I'm from the Gospel Times. Could please spare some time for a really quick interview? Your Grace? Serious about your job, I see. I bet Niall and Dorothy gave you the list of questions for the attendees too. Cassius and Claudius agreed to the interview. Leonidas excused himself to give him some privacy. Has been moving around. Still some time to chat with the attendees before dinner. We have moved to new locations. Again. The main story progress once the city required sub-events. Some optional content will become unavailable once we progress in the story. So. Der Content, der unavailable ist, dass wir Claudias Account wieder kriegen, glaube. Gut. Hier oben ist, glaube ich, dann erstmal dann keiner unterwegs, ne? Ja. Dann... Ja, fangen wir wieder oben an und arbeiten uns runter. Claudia, I'm terribly sorry about earlier. Also taking it back, I lost my composure. Thank you for being so kind to me. Of course, considering the subject, it was no wonder you became agitated. You have a huge responsibility on your shoulders as a representative of the Imperial family. Thank you for being so understanding. Oh, that rings alarm bells. I just wait for the announcement at dinner and try not to worry for now, but... Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm Mr. Bright, a member of the Liberal Bracer Guild. It's a great honor to meet you in person, Princess Alfie. There's no need to be so formal with me. I've heard so much about you from my brother, I feel like we're already friends. Ah. But if he was a dear friend, what happened to him was a terrible shock. Went out of his way to get permission for me and Joshua to visit Hamel once things had settled down in Liberal. When we heard what had happened to him, we were all so heartbroken and angry. Me, Joshua, Shara, we all wished there was something we could have done to stop it. But I'm sure all our grief is nothing compared to what you must be going through. Still, thank you for having been a good friend to my brother. Feel a little better knowing there were people who cared so much about him. He was a very thoughtful and brave man, and a lot of fun to be around. When I was hesitant about whether to accept my duty as a Crown Princess, he gave me the push I finally needed. Ich glaube nicht. Ich bin gerade noch so bei mir erinnern, was gerade noch alles auf der Pentagram passiert, und ich glaube, es kommt noch so ein ganz geiler Moment. Wenn ich es richtig im Kopf habe, dann wird das noch kommen. He also fostered friendly relations between Erebony and Liberal. Despite his airhead appearance, he was a smart leader. Thank you, Claudia. He teased me for being so easily moved to tears. He'd come out of a line like, "At a time such as this, I'd like you to be the ray of sunshine which makes courage bloom." That does sound like him. You gotta be, I've never had a chance to meet Prince Olivier in person. However, I heard about him encouraging greater integration and cooperation between all nations of the continent. Please accept my sincere condolences, Princess Arfine. Thank you, Lucy. By the way, you were Claudia's upperclassman in school, weren't you? Really? Oh my gosh! Actually, Chloe did tell us about that lector person before. Does that mean... That's correct. I went to Liberal to study at Janus Royal Academy. I was on the student council together with Lector Arundel. You two looked after me really well back then. It made my school life that much more enjoyable. In a small world. He's an Ironblood and a member of the Intelligence Division. He's a stranger person... a person that I thought. But wait. The famously beautiful vice president would force the student council president to listen to her no matter what. That would be me. Chloe, I wish you wouldn't spread exaggerated rumors about me. Sorry, but I know it's not exaggerated at all. Even now, I can't forget the time you were asked about the most important thing in the world and responded with strength. Now you're just trying to embarrass me. Wait, did I really say that to you? Not directly. I heard your conversation with Hans. So you were following me around and listening in on my conversations with other students. And if guessed, they know each other so well. But he will also be loved by people from different backgrounds. It's a real shame he died so young. We're curious to hear more about Claudia and Lucy's school life too. My lecturer stands on the opposite side of his former classmates. Sure, I crossed paths with him again, Claire too. Rean, here we are talking among ourselves again, leaving you out. I can get it going and free up some space. Oh no, please don't leave on my account. We haven't seen each other in a while. I'm sure we have a lot to talk about. Getting to exchange a few words with you in person has already been a great honor. With luck we meet again and have a longer chat then. Here to humble Rean. Indeed. It reminds me, we're only one of the testers for the Orbital Communication Network. I got a test account from Rean. What would you say to exchanging network addresses? Are you sure? Why not? Don't be shy. Princess Claudia doesn't limit her circle of friends to the upper classes. When she enrolled at the academy, she did so under an assumed name in order to be treated like any normal girl. Lucy, I don't need a spokesperson. Okay, in that case, I'll gladly give you my network address. Shouldn't become a diplomatic issue if we were just playing a game together, I hope. Nope. Und Let's Play we shall, I guess. Für den kleinen Break für meine Stimme, weil ich merke schon langsam. Ich glaube, meine Stimme wird nach heute tot sein. Damn, she's quick. I don't even have to chance to look. Ich hab nicht mal die Chance, richtig auf ihr Board zu gucken. Ich habe auch gerade einfach keine guten Pommes. She's not doing me down. Yeah, she totally undid me there. Ach, come on.
でした。
Anstrengend.
それでは始めましょう。 れ様でした。
Come on.
それでは始めましょう。
She's a bit too good for this. Sehr schön. Party wird immer anstrengender. Gut. Gehen wir mal zu Rocksmith rüber. Thank you for the invitation, President Rocksmith. There's no need to be so tense in my presence, Marquez. Would you like a cup of coffee? There's tea for me and coffee with milk and sugar for Miss Herschel. It would seem covered intelligence agency is staffed with only the very elite. Their human resources are going to change now as the new party takes over from me. That's alright. We met at the Western Trade Conference 2 years ago, isn't it right? My memory doesn't fail me, you had coffee with milk and sugar at the banquet. Your memory is excellent. It's Summer Rocksmith, the president of Kybrid. As with most people in power, he easily dominates the atmosphere with his presence. Even though he's on the way out, he's still a very influential man. My, welcome, Mission Shirley. Fortunately, I haven't been informed what your beverage of choice might be. But since you're so well versed in Eastern culture, perhaps green tea would be to your liking? Thank you, but I dropped in only for a brief chat. I wouldn't want to make a nuisance of myself. I imagine there are plenty of others who would like to speak with you today. By the way, I want to ask for your opinion on your colleague Tova Herschel. Wouldn't you say that your conflict-resolving talents are perfect for a CID? Resident Boxsmith? I didn't see that coming. Yeah, you're bold, sir, but I never thought you'd suggest something quite that bold. I'm nowhere near as audacious as the Chancellor. So I won't have much authority, soon I won't have much authority anymore. However, I really cannot stand seeing your talent not being put to good use. It's quite fortunate we met today. If any gifted friends who might be inclined to move to Coward, let me know. I will gladly welcome them with open arms. Sorry, no one comes to mind. You're not one to beat around the bush. Okay, das ist alles, worüber wir mit Rocksmith reden. Sehr interessant. It's been a long time since we last met. I haven't had a chance to speak since the Drake conference 2 years ago. It's nice to see you again. Aren't you? I'm glad you all seem to be doing well. Anyway, it's also the first time in my many years that I have the pleasure to talk with you. While I wouldn't call these the ideal circumstances, I'm delighted. You're a most impressive young lady now. Oh, you flatter me. It's good to have the time to chat about non-official affairs, yes? We've known each other for a while. Prince Aber was a good friend of my late father. Yeah, we met for the first time over a decade ago. Somehow, Alfred and I got on fabulously well right from the start. We talk about politics, economics, and social issues from evening to the early morning hours. The lakes and marshes of Remiferia enchanted Alfred, and he'd often bring his family there. It takes me back. I was just a little girl back then, but I vaguely remember our visits. I mostly played with your niece. She was the same age as me, I believe. I'd like to see her again. That's right. You two really liked each other, didn't you? Speaking of your niece. Oh, that's right. I haven't seen her in ages. There have been some rumors going around about her. She's become intractable lately. As a young girl, I want to protect her, but she's certainly not making it easy. Some of the things she does are just to spite me. It's gotten really crumbly. Must care a lot about his niece, but it does seem a bit overprotective. Oh, he's always been like this. Apologies for this discussion. I didn't mean to bore you with my family issues. I'm very gladly provide you with assistance, be it human resources or medical services. If the SSS needs anything, do not hesitate to let me know. Dear, I'm aware of your family situation. If there's anything I can do. Thank you for the kind offer. It isn't as bad now, though. We've even been keeping in touch more. That's a relief. Ich habe auch nie Tios Eltern kennengelernt. Ich weiß aber auch nicht, ob das vielleicht mal in Akatsuki no Kiseki relevant ist. Akatsuki no Kiseki spielt theoretisch auch parallel zu dem und da interagiert man auch mit den anderen Charakteren in einem Gacha-Format, weil es war mal ein Mobile-Game. Ich weiß nicht, inwiefern da viel von Canon ist, wie viel da viel dort passiert oder sowas. Es soll nicht viel Impact haben für die Main Story as a whole, aber ja, vielleicht gibt es da so ein paar Charakter-Interaktionen, die ich auch nicht weiß, die mal stattgefunden haben. Und ein paar Connections, die aufgebaut wurden. Ich kann mir gut vorstellen, dass du in Akatsuki no Kiseki zum Beispiel ein bisschen mehr siehst, wie Shizuko und Arios, also wie Shizuko nach Remiferia gebracht wird mit Arios, wie Tio vielleicht ihre Eltern kennenlernt, wie vielleicht mehr über Luigi erzählt wird und solche Späßchen. Deswegen ja. Und es gibt in der Zeit ein Fan-Translation-Projekt, weil es bisher auch nur Japanese Exclusive war. das sozusagen das Game zurückholt in einer Singleplayer-Variante. Also gemordet. Aber dafür ist bisher nur der Prologue-Chapter bisher translated. Ich weiß nicht, ob sogar Chapter 1 oder draußen ist. Ich habe schon länger nicht mehr geguckt. Aber ja. Ich glaube, sobald die Fans Translation-Ding durch ist, ist Akatsuki und Kiseki auch ein Ding, was wir vielleicht mal durchspielen werden. Aber ich werde darauf warten, bis es fertig ist. So, where is the friendly guy? And Ryuzi has known him for a long time. Looks like she made connections early on. Should say hello to the prince too. Ah, Mr. Schwarzer, I'm meeting you has truly been a pleasure, and what fortunate you turned out to be Muse's teacher. It's the best instructor I could ever ask for, too. Wonderful. Perhaps when the world is once again at peace, you can visit Armaperia. It's a beautiful place, and I imagine you would find much to enjoy. Very honored, I hope we can visit soon. The perfect honeymoon destination. I had no idea your relationship would extend beyond that of a teacher-student. It doesn't. Please don't take anything she says too seriously. Hey Liam! Don't be a stranger, come and join us. What have you guys been talking about? Yeah, troop movements and stuff related to the war, as well as Ouroboros' presumed plans. I've been wondering about those things too. By now it looks like they're both serving the Imperial government just like the gnomes. It's a really nasty mix, if you ask me. The old Northern Jaegers and Nidhogg are in a different situation though. Yeah, the Imperial Defense Force forced them to cooperate using hostages. They're currently looking for a chance to free them. What they do from now on depends on whose pocket they find themselves in this time. Sure is a key member of the Red Constellation, so you can be sure they're in tune with Ouroboros' schemes. As for several, the Gnomes hire them, but it's ultimately up to the boss to decide what they do. I don't know the details yet. There's also Ouroboros Enhanced Jaegers, the troops the former Third Angries deployed during the incident in Liberal. Yeah, Jonah and the others encountered some of them in Hamel. Between all of you, you've got a decent intelligence network to draw on. You make for a real good team. Yeah. And if there's any info we don't have, the Divine Blade and the Golden Rakshasa are here too. It's hard to believe Muse managed to get all these guys under one roof. True, this is bookish impressive. Oh! It's by my little eye, Elise Schwarzer, Princess Arian's trusted friend and the sister of the Ashen Chevalier. You're friend of Lady Matilde too, aren't you? We need to talk. If you have questions about my friends, I'd rather you talk to them directly. I'm no gossip. Oh, I wouldn't try to drag out any embarrassing stories about your friends. Nothing of the sort. You're a reporter from Crossbow? So she is your next target on your hunt for a big scoop? Oh, don't make me sound like some fierce predator. The only thing ferocious about me is my intellect. Hold on, aren't you Ash Carbide? The guy who shot the Emperor? What's the truth behind that story? A little fear to pull the trigger. Oh crap, what did I get myself into now? Oh my gosh, and the tall gentleman, is that the 8th Dominion of the Kreuzritter? Yes, I have topics I would love to interview you in depth about. But I am totally in the dark about what you've been up to. Raji, Kevin, and Rize have already spilled some beans. Did they? Don't be shy, I don't mind. Seems like this is the party corner. Radiant, he comes to here to join us. This is perfect. Let's go to the empty room over there so we can talk in private. I'm not against an interview myself, but I'd much rather you didn't hound my friends and family for one. Sorry. I got a little ahead of myself there, I guess. But if there's anything you could tell me that I could quote in my report, like maybe just a short comment from each of you. That's unreasonable, sure. You speak for yourself. If gave her dirt on you.